Hi guys, I'm here. I know it's been a long time coming, but I am finally ready to make my first ever YouTube video, and I don't know how this is gonna go. We'll see. This is my official Egirl makeup tutorial. Now, disclaimer, I am not a makeup artist. I have no idea what I'm doing. This is just what I do every day, and people have been asking, so I wanted to give the people what they want. I have been wanting to do YouTube for so long, but I feel like talking to a camera and there's no audience there to bounce off, it's a lot more difficult to film. I definitely feel like it's a lot harder to do YouTube, but I'm gonna try my best. I'm really sorry if it's not to a great standard for the first video, but I'm just trying it out, and I just wanted to leave a makeup tutorial on here for the people that are wanting to see it and be able to save it and rewatch it, and yeah. So without further ado, enjoy. Yeah. Hello. So this is no makeup face jelly. Don't be fooled by this face. My camera actually has a blur, so it makes it kind of look like I got really good skin when I haven't. I'm gonna show you now, just because I feel like I need to be real with you guys. So this is what the skin is looking like at the moment. It's not cute. These are all my little spit spots, but it's okay because it's normal and it looks cute. Okay, so I start by moisturizing my face. I've already done it, but I just use a simple moisturizer. I like to use this primer. It is the Benefit Pore Professional primer. I don't know. And I like to take a little bit and pop it on my face like this. I just put a little bit on my cheeks and my forehead, especially in the parts that get oily. I don't know about you guys, but I get a really oily... Is this a T-zone? I think it's a T-zone. And it gets really oily. So I like to put it there and on my eyeballs and pretty much everywhere. Okay, so usually I do my makeup in the bathroom. Obviously, that's not gonna happen today. So I have this mirror. Look at you guys. Say hello to yourselves. Oh God, don't look at my musty, dusty, crusty mirror. That's kind of gross. So yeah, my makeup might not be super duper cute because I'm not used to doing my makeup at my desk, but I'm gonna try my best. Once I've done my primer, I like to just go over my blemishes and put some concealer on. So the concealer that I'm using at the moment isn't my usual one because I usually use Tarte Shape Tape, which is actually quite expensive, but it's out at the moment. So I had to find a dupe, and this one is so good. It's called e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer Satin Finish. This is what it looks like. I like to go over my spots. I'm actually going to zoom in on this, so jump scare warning. So I like to just go over my spots, and I also like to do my under eyes. I have super deep eye bags. So once I've gone over all of my spots and imperfections, I like to just take my musty, dusty, crusty beauty blender. This is, don't judge it, it's like super old. Well, not super old, I just ruin them very quickly. And I like to just blend out everything, so I have like a nice little base to start with. Now I look slightly less dead. I usually move on to foundation. What I like to do with my foundations is I like to mix them. I know this is not super helpful because I end up using like 10 different foundations, but for today I'm gonna use 2. These are my 2 favorites. Don't judge how crusty they are. So I like to use the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop. I love this foundation. And then I also use the Fenty Beauty. So this one's a slightly more expensive one, and I like to mix them together. And this one is in the shade 175, and this is the Pro Filter foundation. I think I'm just gonna leave links for everything if I remember. But yeah. Also, sorry if I keep looking over in this direction. It's because I can see myself and I'm so used to looking that way for stream. It's really weird looking head on into the camera. So yeah, sorry about that. I like to take my foundations. I do like 1 pump of this foundation. I'm not gonna lie, I like to pump like 4 pumps of this one. No, maybe like 3. So I get like a little glob like that on my hand. And then I just like to mix a mixer, and we go in on the face. Okay, once you've done your foundation, next I like to do my cream contour. Now again, Don't judge it. This is my cream contour. It is by Sleek. I have used this quite literally since I was 15. It is so musty. Ew, there's a hair on it. I told you I am not a makeup artist, so please don't come for me. This is what it looks like on the inside. So I like to just take the colors and experiment. And I like to just carve out my non-existent jawline. So there she is. I then like to do the top of my head just to sort of shorten. I don't really know what any of this does. I just saw somebody do it once when I was 15 and decided to carry on doing it for the rest of my life. And I like to do a little bit around my nose. And then I like to do it on the tip like that. And then I don't know if this is weird, but I like to do it down my neck as well. Just like either side to make it look blended. I don't know. And just blend that out. Okay, so now I have a fully sculpted face. I like to take my concealer just to cover up those eye bags that have definitely come back again. And I like to just take it and put it in the places where I want a little bit of a highlight. Okay, so once that's all blended in, recently I got sent a really nice package from Colourpop and it included this cheek dew. It's essentially liquid blush and I have no idea how to use it, honestly. But what I get the general gist of people doing is they get like a little bit and they put it, this is definitely in the wrong place, but oh wellsies. So I like to put a little bit on my cheeks and then along my nose there. This, listen, Linda, I am doing this because people have been asking for a makeup tutorial, but I feel like once they get it, they're gonna be so disappointed because I don't do anything correctly. Next, I take my powder, Rimmel's Stay Matte Powdered something. Again, I'll leave the links below. And I have this in the shade Transparent, so it quite literally is transparent. It doesn't really have much of a color. It's also broken. And I just put that all over my face. Okay, so next is bronzer. So I have the classic Hoola bronzer. I'm actually so embarrassed of all of my makeup. I feel like because this is on such a nice quality camera, it makes my makeup look even worse. Just go over all the areas that I just contoured. This next part is the bit that I always find the toughest, and that is the nose contour. I'm not very good at it, so I'm really sorry. But I'm gonna show you how I do my nose. Again, I like to take my Hoola bronzer and I like to take this Anastasia eyeshadow brush, I think it is, and I take like the smaller side of the two. And I like to dip a tiny itsy bitsy bit. I start off by doing the bottom of my nose. I really honestly couldn't tell you why I do this. I just think it looks good. So then I like to go down the bridge of my nose and make it skinny. And then I like to draw a line along whatever this part of my nose is called, to give it that like pixie nose tip looking thing. It looks nasty now, but I promise it will look cute. Just trust the process, please. So then I like to take a little brush. You can do any brush, but I like to use something like this. I don't know what it's called, but I use something like this and I take some concealer and I just do a little dab. And then I kind of like carve out the shape. So you can see where I've left the like lighter bits. So I like to just make them more prominent. So I take a little bit and then I do like a line. Then I do like down the bridge. And then I sort of carve out the sides just to make it look a little bit more dramatic. So next we're coming back to the blush. Obviously I already did a cream blush, but you can't really see it that much. So I like to go over it with my favorite blush of all time, the NARS blush, and it's in the shade Orgasm. Ooh. So I like to take quite a lot. I like to just go over the places that I already put blush on. Because the camera doesn't really pick up that much, you can't actually see how much blush I put on, but it is a lot, trust me, it's a lot. And then I like to go over my nose and ruin everything that I've just done. So yeah, you should look something like this. Next, I like to do highlight. I don't know the name of the shade, but I don't really feel that good promoting it. But for anyone who wants to know, it's called, I don't even know what it's called, so, but maybe I'll leave a link. I don't know. Oh, never mind, don't get it. Anyways, I like to take like a little highlighter brush and I just go over like my cheek, oh, I don't know what these are. I think they're cheekbones, but I don't know. I also like to do my brow bone just to make them extra sparkly and highlighted. Next, eyebrows. My eyebrows are not my most favorite feature, and I don't really know how to do them, but yeah. This brush is a Benefit brush, and I got it like on a sale somewhere one time, and I love it so much. And it's basically like an angled brush, and it has like a spoolie thing on the other side, and it's really, really nice. So I take that brush, and then I like to use the Anastasia brow gel. This is in the color Soft Brown. This is the best brow gel ever. I love it so much, and it literally lasts forever. I've had this brow gel for like maybe like 2 years, and it's not even halfway down. It's so good. I love it so much. It's my favorite thing in the whole entire world, and I think you should all get it. So I like to brush my eyebrows up. I kind of am enjoying straight brows at the moment, but I can't really do that because I'm scared. I really want to pluck my eyebrows off to about here so I can just do like a straight brow, but I'm really scared to do it. But then at the same time, I never leave the house, so even if it doesn't look nice, who cares? Like, no one's gonna see it. This part, I am gonna have to stick my face really close to the mirror so I can get the angle right, because it's gonna be really embarrassing if I don't have good brows. So I am going to be zoomed in, and I really apologize if you guys can't really see this very well. I like to start sort of here towards the edge of my brow, and I like to make this the darkest part because this is the part that I'm sculpting the most. And then I kind of go, okay, so that's not the straightest brow in the world, but you can see here where my real eyebrow is, and then you can see the part that I've drawn on. So I like to go over this and over it and over it until I get it super dark, and then I will cover up this part of my brow, don't worry. So then once I've used a lot of the product, I start dragging it across to the front of my brow, and I try and use less and less product the further along my brow I go, if that makes sense. I feel like I'm not making sense, but I know what I mean. So I like to press really lightly towards the edges so you kind of get that nice faded effect. Again, disclaimer, not that great at brows, but you can kind of see what I'm going for. I've just realized my brush has like the biggest, longest, nasty ass eyebrow hair ever stuck to it. How gross is that? I feel like me and my channel have like this ongoing joke of how gross I am, but I feel like no one actually believes it. Like, I genuinely am a gross human being. Like, I am not a super tidy, neat, aesthetically pleasing person. I am a mess, and that's why I think it's important I do this makeup tutorial and do it so naturally, because I feel like there are a lot of girls out there and guys that are super neat and put together, but I feel like there needs to be a makeup tutorial for the nasties, and I am one of the nasties. So you can kind of see the look I'm going for there. It's not like straight, but it's more straight than my natural brow. And then we're gonna cover up these brows here, the real ones. I like to take my Benefit 24-hour brow setter, and I like to basically drag my eyebrows up as best as I can to make them fit the shape of what I've drawn. So go like this, do-do-do, and I also bring it up at the front. Next, I'm going to sculpt them, I guess. The other thing is I know that you've probably seen me do a highlighter on there. Yeah, I'm gonna ruin that. Don't listen to that. So I'm gonna take my concealer and I'm gonna go back in with it and just cover up those real brows. You know, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this isn't what I usually do. I just want to make them look cuter and seem like I know what I'm doing, and I feel like I'm making it worse. Okay, that did absolutely nothing, but you get the gist. I'm guessing you guys could probably do it better than me. You know what I was going for. I was trying to cover up that part of the brow. It's not working. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna have to bite the bullet and pluck my eyebrows off at some point. But until then, this is what you got. So then I'm gonna go back over with the same step that I already did. And I'm gonna put the highlighter on my brow bones. Just kind of like cover it up as best I can. You know what? When the camera is far away, you can't see them anyways. So just stay like 5 feet away from people and you'll be fine. So I go back over with some highlighter on the inner corners and I try and make it as glowy as I possibly can. Kind of want to look like I've been crying. Not that I need makeup to do that. This is the eyeliner now. I like to take, this is a lifesaver. This is so amazing. This is the NYX Jumbo Liner and it is in the shade Milk. And I like to do this first. It seems a little bit silly to do this part first, but I like to do it because I feel like if I put this white liner on before I do my black liner, it's less likely to bleed into my eyeballs. So I look kind of crazy right now. I like to put it in my waterline and then just sort of smudge it out a little bit. So, yeah. At the moment, I am using this palette. This is the Kylie Christmas palette. I don't know. Again, I'll leave the links for you guys. This is very me. Like, if I was a palette, this would be me. These are all the colors I like to use. Browns, like sparkly, goldy colors. So I'm using this a lot at the moment. And I'm also using the Pretty Please by Colourpop. I tend to use these for like highlights and stuff, especially these colors here. I always like to have an orange base or like a light brown to orange. So I am going to go in with this color. This color is called Guide My Sleigh. I feel like it's so bad to be Christmas themed. It's not Christmas anymore. But I take this color and then I also to mix it in with like, I'm not going to lie, I mix it in with like all of these colors, these three here. And I like to mix. So I like to put the orangey color on my base. I like to drag it really high up, not quite to the top of my brow bone, but high enough that it's making a statement. Next, I like to take a slightly darker color. So I'm gonna choose, it's called Take the Reins. It's this one here. So I like to take this one and then like maybe a little teeny weeny bit of this one because this one's slightly too dark. Right in the inny bits. Oh my God, inny bits. I literally don't know what any of this is called. In the crease, I don't know. In the lid, I like to just make it darker because I feel like it adds depth to my eyeball. Next, I like to go underneath. Now, I have like gray eyes. I have boring gray eyes. They're not even the light sparkly ones. They are like dark, dull gray. But the color that it's closest to is blue eyes. And they say that with blue eyes, you should have like a red underneath. Now, maybe that's wrong. I don't know. So I take this color, like this like orangey burgundy reddy thing. I don't know what it is. And I like to just go underneath. Make sure you're not actually going in your waterline where the white is. But I like to go underneath with like a reddy color. But you can use any color. You can have like a brown if you want. And I like to just go underneath where the white liner is, just to add depth to your eyes, make them look really like Tim Burton-y is the best way I can describe that. And I don't drag it all the way. I only drag it to like 3/4. So I kind of stop here. I leave this space here free. Don't ask me why, because I don't know. So now you look like a Tim Burton character. I then take my concealer. Okay, again, I feel like if anyone is watching that's a makeup artist, I'm gonna end up on like a makeup fails video or something. Please don't pick on me, I'm soft. Then like to take my concealer again, and this little concealer brush that I have. I'm really sorry I don't know the names of the brushes. I don't get named brushes. I just find a brush that's been in my makeup drawer for years and then just think, that'll do. And then I like to go over the lid. I feel like everyone's horrified right now. And then just sort of like rub that over the lid. So I kind of like make is it called a cut crease? I don't know. But I basically like to clear up the eyelid itself because I'm going to put a lighter color on the actual lid. So once you've completely destroyed everything that you've just done with your eyeshadow, you should just be left with the eyeshadow that's sort of like around the lid. So this is a bit of a weird one. Oh God. So if you can make out anything on this, I salute you. This is the NYX glitter. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I think it's to stick glitter down. So it's basically like this really sticky stuff that eventually dries. I think it's like not glitter. I don't want to say glue because it's not like glue, but it's like a base for maybe a glitter primer. I don't know. So I like to put this on the base of my lid so that the sparkly eyeshadow that I'm about to put on stays on like all day. So this is where I use my Colourpop palette, and I'm gonna use these two colors mixed. I go like this over where I've just put my glitter glue. Now it's time for the actual eyeliner itself. God help us all. The general gist of how I like to do my eyeliner is I will start by drawing the wing. I find it easier to make them match when I draw the wing first. I'm gonna have to go 2 inches from my mirror again because I can't Oh, shoot, I never actually told you what the eyeliner was. So I use the Maybelline Hyper Precise All Day Liner, but I think that this liner in particular, I've literally just bought this, and it's like a weird washed out grey colour, so I think somebody's had the lid off for a while. Usually this liner looks a lot darker. I'm very sad about this one. So as you can see, I've kind of drawn the wings first, and then I'm going to build on them and try and make them look similar, and then I'm just going to go over the lid. And typically what will happen is I will start with a super nice, neat, teeny weeny wing, and over time, it'll gradually just get bigger and bigger. And then I just draw over the lid, like so. I know it's really bad to pull my eyes. I know everyone's gonna say I'm gonna get crow's feet. I literally don't care, because when I'm older, I won't mind, because I won't be bothered about what people think of me at that point. So I just think, sod it, do whatever you want, because no one's gonna look at you when you're old anyways. So if I'm gonna have crow's feet, that's fine. At least I know I slayed in my 20s. So once you've done this part, what I like to do is I like to draw underneath, and I like to go about halfway. So I go like that. Can you see? Did you see that? I don't know. I wasn't looking. Did you see that? I hope you did. I do the same on this side. Go about halfway. Oh my God. I don't even know if you can see that. I'm sorry. And then stop it there. Then I like to go in the inner corners and kind of like make a little bit of a cat wing. I don't go crazy on this because I don't like my eyes looking too catty. I prefer more of a doe look. It should look kind of something like this. Also, I know I said I wasn't going to play with my eyeliner, but I've ended up touching it up. Also, I've changed back to my old liner because I think that other one is a bit of a dud. I'm going to draw my lashes now. They don't need to be super neat because from a distance it looks fine. I like to draw like maybe like 5 lashes. I don't know. We'll see how many I can get out and I'll figure it out. I've never actually counted. So I do like a stick like this and I just go along doing little sticks. This eyeliner is also running out and I just do it all the way along like that. Okay, so I did 4. Okay, so this side does not look as cute as this side, but you get the general gist. So this is one of my favorite products. This is the NYX Epic Wear White Liner. This is a liquid liner. I like to add white eyeliner underneath my wing just to make it pop. I'm gonna show you on this side because I feel like this is the good eye. So you just draw under the wing like so. A little one down here. And it should look something like this. Then this part's optional. Sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't, but I like to go along the waterline. I know you shouldn't really do this with liquid liner, but I like to sometimes just put a little bit of white here just to make it pop. Sometimes I like to do this, sometimes I don't, and then I just slightly smudge it. And I feel like when you're on camera, it just makes it that much better. I'm gonna put on mascara. I like to use the Roller Lash from Benefit. Now, again, this is optional, but sometimes I like to get tweezers and just squeeze my lashes in place to where I've drawn on the fake lashes. And that gives a really nice e-girl aesthetic lash look. You probably can't see it, but I've got mascara on now. And next comes the lashes. Now, I am going to do you all a huge favor and not show you my current musty, dusty, crusty lashes. I'm going to show you a fresh pair. Now, these are the lashes that I use. I always get asked what kind of lashes I use. These are the Stella Pointed Lashes, and the number is AS5119. I'm going to go back to using the ones that I'm currently using, which are not as cute. So I'm just gonna stick these on. And they should look something like this. Next, the lipstick. I like to take a darker lip liner. It's from Doll Beauty and I can't remember the exact color, but I will try and find it for you guys. It's kind of like this kind of color. Oh my God, don't look at how musty my hands are. And then I like to just go over my lips. I've got quite a big bottom lip, so I don't like to overline it too much. But then my top lip, I go ham on that-ish. I line my lips normally, but then I like to add a little bit of overline at the top of my Cupid's bow. And I like to just make it a little bit more rounded at the top. It's kind of wonky, but you get the general gist. And then I also like to take this lipstick from Doll Beauty again, and this is in the shade My Love, I think it is. It's kind of like this color. It's kind of like a nudie, orangey color. And I like to just put that in the middle. I take this lip cream from Colourpop. It's called Fresh Kiss. And this just kind of makes it like a nice matte finish without being matte, if that makes sense. It's weird, but it's nice. Then I am going to set my face with more setting spray. And then that is pretty much it. This is the final look. I am going to go away, get into like an e-girl-esque outfit, sort out my hair and stuff. Okay, so I am back and this is the final look. I hope you all like it. This is my official e-girl makeup tutorial done. Finally got a makeup tutorial out. I know you guys have been asking for so long, and I had a few on TikTok, but it's really hard to show you guys how I do everything on a TikTok video when I get like 3 minutes max. So I'm really happy that I've finally done this. So I'm just gonna zoom in here so you guys can see up close. It's not super perfect, but my makeup never has been, so I didn't feel the need to like make it absolutely to a T. But yeah, please let me know down in the comments below if you liked this video. Please make sure that you like and subscribe and hit that bell icon if you want to get updates as to when I post. I would definitely like to be posting more content very soon in the future, and we will see where it goes. But yeah, I hope you liked it. Goodbye.